My love has come along.
I've never seen any girl celebrity do that. I thought it was brilliant.
Lonely day.
The relationship between you two read very well. I like the bit of sass.
Funky
well
bit.
done.
Hugely enchanting. I loved it.
Thank you.
Makes me very nostalgic. Please welcome Lisa Snowdon, Heather Small and Sherry Longden. Well, thank you so much for coming in. I have a question for you. Once you've done Strictly, does it stay, I'll ask you in turn, does it stay with you forever? Is it quite weird coming back and hearing all the music and everything? Lisa?
And seeing the dances again. Literally, because Strictly's on at the moment, everywhere you go, people are always saying, like, cab drivers and people on the street.
Ladies
They're like,
on the
oh, you were
street.
great last year, and it's lovely to get that feedback still, so it definitely stays with you. I think it will forever.
Yeah, Heather,
definitely.
when you hear that noise, do you still...
Even
'cause
now.
it used to make you so nice.
It's alive.
You would literally just be sick on yourself.
It's awful. I used to come to the BBC and think, oh, I did Top of the Pops here. Now I come and think, Strictly. Yeah, there's a whole turnaround, something completely wrong about that. But, yeah, it does stay with you, definitely. But every time I hear that music, or my stomach...
Flip, yeah.
Oh.
Sherry, you need to know that people come up to me and still want to only talk about your rumba.
Oh, how lovely. No, people come up to me and still want to talk about my rumba,
It was just so magical.
It was
Do you
my
still-
favourite dance of all, and I love dancing that with James. We really had the best time dancing that. But it's true, it feels like you've been at school together. When we see each other, it's like we spent 10 years at school together once upon a time.
Because it is kind of like a hothouse.
Yeah.
You know, you are, it's quite intense.
It
very
really is.
intense.
Quite, no.
Yes, quite.
Well, you got to the two
Understatement.
dance stage, so you know it's more intense for you.
I remember all of us on a Saturday, terrified out of our wits. Anyway,
Saturday,
sorry.
right. No, but I love all the squealing. The minute you all saw each other, I don't mean squealing in a bad way, but it was just like,
Yeah.
the girls are back. Let's talk about your standout moments of the series so far. Lisa, what was it for
Ricky
you?
Groves, his passo.
It was.
Well, first of all, he walked out and he just looked so the part, didn't he? He had his little goatee going, look at that bit. And he was stomping on the stage like, come here, woman.
Yeah.
And she was like, no, you come here. And I was like, I was literally in hysterics. He was fabulous.
It was absolutely brilliant. Also, he brought a sort of different attitude that I don't think we've ever seen, where he was just wanted to be entertaining. He got quite a lot of stick from the judges, definitely towards the end. Heather, you did as well. How difficult is it to deal with? Or when does that go out of your head?
Well, I had 4 dance-offs, but it never really goes. But
He had 3.
Sorry,
yeah.
I'm digressing. Yeah, I think that what it is that you have to do what you do, and you have to enjoy it. And whatever the judges think is what they think. If you can pick up some kind of something that will help you the next time round, then you grab onto that nugget. But otherwise, after a while, it becomes a little bit like panto, especially when Craig wants to dish out 3s and 5s.
Yes.
So you don't take it too seriously, or she wouldn't come back the next week.
Okay, such a good point. Shereen, in general, they always loved you. But occasionally, if they ever said something to you about, no, you have to try harder, it must be quite difficult to take.
I think I got off a bit lightly, possibly. Maybe they just respected the more mature members.
No, she brought in apples or something like that, I'm sure.
Respect your elders. Treat for the judges. Yeah, apple for the judges. No, as Heather says, I just took it as constructive criticism, and you thought they're giving me tips.
Yeah.
And if I really listen, and if I can apply this in the next week's training, I'll come back, you know, having eliminated that fault or improved on this area, this weakness, whatever.
Yeah.
Constructive criticism, and you work on it.
Okay. Let's talk now, Heather, about your favourite moment so far.
Definitely, it had to be when Brian and Ali got their 40.
For their Viennese waltz.
Viennese
It was
waltz.
beautiful.
Yeah.
It was all just sort of perfect. What was your favourite bit? Was it the fact that, I mean, he's your boy, it's Brian, so you automatically love him?
Yeah, obviously, and as well that he did experience a 40. That was nice for him, and I did vicariously experience a 40.
Yeah.
You know, I had to watch it on TV at home. Is neither here nor there.
That's just details. That's just
Hey, you got a 40.
But it was so elegant, and I think that it suited them so well. They did a really lovely job.
Yeah.
They just looked really, is it simpatico?
Simpatico.
But also, chemistry is so important. And you got on brilliantly with Brian. Sharon, you got on brilliantly with James.
Yeah.
How important was that? Every time you went to training?
Hugely important. You have to kind of fall in love with your partner.
Yeah.
They're the best. They're the only person in your life at that during that sort of like, what, 6 months, 3 months? I don't know.
I have to say I didn't take it quite as far.
Me no,
we laugh.
How did
Yeah.
you?
me out. Why was that?
No, but you gave Brendan. You were brilliant with him because before that, I mean, now he's just turned
He's
into a little
completely different now.
pussycat.
Last year he'd mellowed quite a lot. This year he's completely different.
It's
again.
your influence.
Do you
Is it?
think?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think
You
he's just all
started
about
it, and then
husband.
Joe Wood just finished it. By next year, he'll just be weeping openly, cuddling, and just being...
Ball on the floor. Yeah, really emotional.
But you have to have a laugh. That's the
Yeah.
thing. You have to have a laugh.
If you enjoy each other's company outside of the dancing, because then you
Exactly.
bring that to the dancing.
Such a good point.
Yeah.
Sherry, what's your favourite moment?
I
Your
think
best
Chris's salsa.
Yes.
Yeah. Because he really
great.
enjoyed it. He really got into it and really moved. And I was talking to him earlier and he said he had difficulty with doing that, but I didn't see any kind of...
Look at him!
Totally uninhibited. Look at that. Yes. Really into it.
Look at him!
He's just such an entertainer, isn't he?
Yeah.
I love the fact that you
go.
picked that. Let's talk about some of the other couples. Let's talk about Natalie. We had 3 ex-Strictly boys on last week who literally every time you said Natalie, they would just break out into applause because they love her vibrancy. Do you girls love
Enthusiasm.
her?
Yeah, I mean, it's contagious. You can see how much she wants to be here, how much she loves the show. And when you watch her, that enthusiasm really comes out, you know? She's a little bundle of energy. It's
Yeah,
great
the
to see.
vitality. And she's enjoying the dancing. It's not just about being judged, it's not about the viewers at home. It's something that she's getting for herself personally, and I think that does translate.
Okay, let's also talk about Layla and Anton. How much are we loving them? I mean, still, every time I talk about them, I've mentioned their Paso Doble because it was just so beautiful. Are you girls, are you loving their partnership?
Yeah, really
Yes.
love their partnership. I think it's lovely to see Anton still in the competition. I know, it's so great. And I also had major... You know when she had that catsuit, that fringing catsuit?
Oh, my gosh.
Got such envy,
I know.
dress envy.
I know.
I want
Stroke
a
it.
fringing catsuit.
She's a beauty.
I've
She's really
gorgeous. Final
she is a
question.
beauty.
Final question. Who do you think is going to win? Not who
As
do you
opposed
want
to want.
to win. I know. Go on.
I think it will probably be Ricky Whittle.
Do you?
Yes. This is thinking, not wanting.
Exactly.
Not that I don't want
No.
him. I think he's fantastic.
Yeah.
We've got 5 seconds.
We want them all to win.
No, just
well,
a name.
I want Brian, but I think maybe Ricky, because of
Okay,
the problems
Ricky.
they've had.
Okay, thank you very much. Thanks to the girls. That is all for today. We're back again tomorrow at 6:30 when I'll be catching up with Chris and Ola. Len takes me through a tango masterclass, and Flavia will be here with some very exciting news about a twist in this Saturday show. Thanks for watching. Good night.